game, you talked about just Ben potentially 3 innings, for him to be able to get there 4, for the bullpen to follow through and be essentially just excellent. How would you say today kind of just played out on the pitching side of this game?
On the pitching side, certainly I thought overall we did a really nice job preventing runs. I think Ben, did a great job of bouncing back after, the walk to Maldonado. Very uncharacteristic, and he wasn't going to come out of that game after 3. And I thought he really regrouped and threw the baseball really well to get us through 4 innings, which was huge. And, I thought the other guys did a really nice job. Certainly Banda, coming in and doing what he did in that spot was a game changer right there, and the other guys followed suit. So I thought Kirby came in and did a nice job and kind of changed the momentum, and they did a great job, yeah.
For you all to pick up this win, the series win, just bounce back from yesterday, how important was that for the team, just in this group as a total?
It was good. It was good. It wasn't a surprise to me, the resilience, and after having a clunker last night, and to come back and be prepared out of the pen, and guys performed to find a way to win a series, and that was our goal coming into this ballpark, and we did that. So not surprising, and we do a good job of turning the page.
How big of a lift was Teo's homer? Not obviously just for what it meant to the game, but just for him to have that swing right there.
It was a big hit. It was a big hit. He's the last few weeks he's been really scuffling and feeling like he has helped contribute, and so he has a knack for getting big hits, and that's as big as they get so far at this point of the season.
We all know about Andy's arm. Was that his best throw of the year?
I don't know if it's his best throw. He's had some great throws. That was certainly a ball coming straight in on a line, just off the mark. Will made a great catch and tag, but Andy is playing some all-around really good baseball. Whether I have him in center and right and left, preventing runs, the defense, the jumps, getting the balls, the hits with runners in scoring position, just all of it, and it was just a heck of a play and really changed the momentum right there.
Did Ben fight to stay in the game in the 4th, or is that just you kind of seeing where his stuff was at in the 3rd and feeling like he needed another?
He wanted to stay in the 4th inning, yeah.
How much did this kind of outing just kind of reaffirm when you guys think about what his role is going to be moving forward here, what he can do in his starting role can go that way?
Well, he obviously came up as a starter, and by way of need and kind of where we were at, we felt that there was more value out of the pen and being kind of a versatile type reliever. But where we're at now currently, he's certainly showing that he's 1 of 5. So I think that as we look at, I'm not sure his next turn, but yeah, the next time he's on a mound, it'll be as a starter.
Before the series, you tried to downplay the significance of facing them. Now that you won 2 out of 3, you want to say how important it was?
No, you know what, honestly, Bill, I think that first game was really important. I really do. I think just getting the first one and then trying to find a way to split the next 2. But it's fun playing these guys. I think they know they're talented. We know we're talented. But it's a fun series. It's a big series, but it's not the end-all, be-all, certainly in June. But it was fun.
The idea that you hadn't played them for like 60 games, you get them here, and then you get them at home next week, like 7 games in a week and a half. Weird scheduling, right?
Yeah, it is. It is weird scheduling, but I think that, I don't know, good or bad, but it is the way it is, and so it's going to be an intense, this 26 games of kind of playing winning teams that we're going through right now, it's a big stretch for us. It's the gauntlet, and, it was good to see some good things come out of this series, and yeah, we get them for, I think, 4 at our place, too, next week.
What did you think of the way Schultz managed his bullpen, especially today?
Well, I thought he managed it certainly with a lot of urgency, clearly. I think that coming into the series, you look at the pen usage, and in our series, their pen usage, so, he was managing with urgency.
What have you seen from Banda these past couple weeks where he's kind of turned things around?
I think confidence. I think confidence in the throw, the mechanics. We really pushed him. There was like a 7 or 8 day reset where we stayed away from him, but after that point, he's been really good. The sliders is being thrown for a strike. He's getting swing and miss. He's getting ahead of guys. The sinker is putting guys on the ground. This was a big spot, and after multiples 2 days ago, to come in and get those 2 guys was a big spot.
That play in the hole that Mookie made to get out of that base slowly, is that play that he makes last year at short?
He doesn't make that play last year. He's playing a very good shortstop right now, and he might think differently, but I don't think he makes that play last year.
And is Shohei okay after getting stepped on? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Shohei's fine. Shohei's fine. Kim got hit on the right elbow in that first at bat, so that's why the throw kind of was bothering him. So that's why I took him out. But Shohei's fine.
Any concern with him there? Or?
No, he'll be fine for tomorrow. I mean, with the day off, and I don't think I think it's a contusion, so he'll be fine.
Hey, does that play from Mookie in particular just speak to you about the growth he's made there, just being able to make that throw in that situation at that angle?
Yes, I think that, getting off the ball, which he's always done a good job, securing it, being able to throw from different arm angles, that's something he just didn't do well last year, given the lack of reps. But that's a play that in a big spot, time of game, the stakes right there, to make that play was huge.
You've made multiple references to that 26-game stretch. I know there's still 7 left in that, but the fact that you guys didn't kind of unravel at all during this period, what does that, you think, say about the team?
Character, we've tapped into the depth, but guys like, whether it's Teo, whether it's Freddie, whether it's, running Mookie out there, 11 of 12 or whatever it is, all these guys are stepping up. The bullpen has certainly been used and pushed, and I just think it speaks to the character. Guys are not running from kind of the middle part of this season, this stretch that we're going through, and we're just finding ways to win. So for me, it's good to see, not surprising though.
Game-ending double play. It didn't seem like Freddie was really running that hard. Is there anything going on with him?
Yeah, actually, he's dealing with a little quad thing, and so he was not going to come out of the game. So I think that for me, my deal with him is that if you're going to play today, stay in the game last night, then manage it. So let's not go crazy on the bases. So they got the ankle thing, and then he's obviously dealing with his quad. So yeah, if you're not giving 110% down the line, that's no problem. So he is managing a quad situation. So yeah, thanks for asking.
How long is he in the middle of the game? Or
it was kind of in the 7th inning, I think it was the 7th when he went over to cover first base. I think that's where he kind of got him. And even when he went to the foul ball in the 9th inning, I think it was the 8th inning, he went over there a little gingerly, so there's a little something.
Teams with, lengthy IL things. Just in your experience, what's kind of the key of kind of navigating through a period like this? I mean, I know that there's kind of the strategic stuff, right? But kind of besides that, do you have to talk to the team at all? Or do you...
No, there's no talking to the team. I think that our guys understand they've been through it, unfortunately, quite a bit as far as kind of what we're going through right now. We've gotten to the other side. I think, Dylan, what happens is it happens like things like last night where it's uncomfortable, it's awkward. Those are byproducts of what we're going through. And so it gets a little uncomfortable, but that's a part of it. But as far as kind of team meetings, everyone understands who's on the IL, what guys can and can't do, when we got to take shots to win games and when we got to persevere to win the ensuing games. Those things that when you have smart players, they understand that. So I don't really need to have those conversations with them.
The fact that you guys did get to the other side last year and got through all that, does that make it easier for guys in this clubhouse to understand, hey, we're going through it, we'll deal with it?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Jim, it's helpful when you have smart players, and smart players understand you don't fire leverage guys when you're down 6-0 when Dylan Cease is punching out the world and he's going to go 7 innings. So that's what I'm fortunate we have smart players that understand.
How do you keep, your expectations kind of realistic at any point in time, just given, your current roster and what versus what the roster could be?
I think what's easy to kind of reconcile is today, giving yourself the best chance to win, and then as the game plays out, how do you kind of get to the next game? And so for me, to be honest, I don't think we get too far ahead of when Tyler's coming back, when Blake's coming back, knowing they are going to come back, right? Knowing when Blake Treinen's coming back. But I think that we just do a really good job of sort of focusing on what we have at our disposal at that moment in time